can you name off that offense that, I mean, it's good. Having Jay Cutler as your quarterback, man, that stresses me out, bro. It's so bad when you have to have Jay Cutler as your backup plan. All right, so the Buffalo Bills, I think that was everybody's surprise team making the playoffs last year. I mean, who would have thought, rookie coach? I mean, it happens. There's some good rookie coaches out there. I just never would have thought that the Buffalo Bills defense would have played as good as they did last year. Who would have? I mean, Jordan Poyer stepped up. He was huge last year. Micah Hyde was huge last year. I mean, just the play they got out of that defense pushed them into the playoffs. The offense it comes and goes. But that defense really held them down, and that was the surprise team that made the playoffs last year. With that being said, I don't think they're going to make the playoffs this year. It's just losing 3 starters on your O-line. Obviously, they lost Cordy Glenn, traded him to Cincinnati. Lost Eric Wood due to an injury, and he retired, and released Richie Incognito. Losing 3 starters in any side of the ball is going to obviously lessen the team, and a lot of guys are going to be asked to do more than they usually would if they were still there. So it's just, I don't know. It's going to be a lot for Dawkins. I think Deion Dawkins is a good tackle. It's just who's going to play center, who's going to play that left guard. I don't know. I think that's going to take a really big toll on that Bills run game and pass protection, because they got, to me, that rookie's going to start, Josh Allen. So, I mean, they're going to have to protect that quarterback. I don't think Shady's going to have the lanes he's had in previous years. It's just going to take its toll on this team. They're going to ask the defense to do a lot, which I'm not saying they can't. It's just too much for me to overcome and make the playoffs. I mean, just some of the... I like them drafting Josh Allen, looking forward, looking ahead to the future. Tyrod Taylor wasn't going to be the answer. Tyrod Taylor's a good quarterback, and they obviously traded him to Cleveland. But I just think, looking ahead, getting a Josh Allen, still having Nathan Peterman, which who knows what's going to happen to him. Maybe he'll develop into something nice, and they won't even have to throw Allen in the fire yet. And then adding an A.J. McCarron, just having a QB battle. These are pretty good decent quarterbacks. Obviously, if the coaches can, obviously develop them and, help them out. It's just this Bills team, I don't know. It's going to be tough for them to make the playoffs again. I don't think they will. And I'm not going to really dive into their schedule, but they're going to go 8-8. The team's a little shaky, just losing some starters on offense. Obviously, trading Tyrod and the O-line struggles they're going to have in the beginning. I mean, this is probably going to be an 8-8 team. They're not going to make the playoffs. But I think next year and the years to come, they're going to be a pretty good team to compete in the AFC East and obviously in the AFC. So they're only going to be a game back from last year. They were 9-7. They're going to be 8-8 this year. That's my opinion. And now, last but not least, the Patriots. All right, finally, the Patriots. Last year was probably one of the most frustrating seasons I've ever had to deal with, next to losing in the Super Bowl to the Giants, going 18-1. I mean, this past season was just unbelievable, man. Are you kidding? Bro, the defense played so bad, man. They played so bad. They made Cam Newton look like a Hall of Famer, and I'm not saying he's not. He might be. They made oh my goodness, the secondary was garbage, bro. It's so trash. You think having Malcolm Butler and Stephon Gilmore in the back as your 1 and 2, they're like, bro, you finally gave Malcolm Butler some help, and it's just crazy, bro. It's unbelievable. Like, this team puts me through so much hell sometimes. It's ridiculous. I think these players that they lost this season it's really gonna show. It's really gonna show in the beginning of the season for sure. I mean, just losing Nate Solder, your left tackle who's been protecting Tom Brady since he got drafted. I mean, that's a big hole, and it's asking a lot to whoever has to fill that hole. And it's gonna be tough in the beginning, like I said. Obviously, losing Malcolm Butler, it's crazy how things change. Like, this man went from the highest of highs to the lowest of lows in the matter of 3 years. He won us a damn Super Bowl, bro. To being benched at the game we need him the most. If we would have had Malcolm Butler, we're beating the Eagles. At me. Tell any Eagles fan you know, we would have beat the Eagles if we had Butler starting. That's what's so frustrating to me, man. To not want to re-sign him, and I don't blame him at all. I don't. Like, I would have left too. So, I mean, losing Malcolm Butler, who's a dog. He is a dog, man. I don't care what anybody says. You can say he's undersized. You can say all this, and that. But this dude's a dog. And, you know, that's why he got the starting job once Darrelle Revis left. So, I think losing him's going to be a big factor. Losing Danny Amendola, who's just been probably the clutchest receiver that we've had in the playoffs since we got him. I mean, this is crazy. Just the things he does, the things he did in Jacksonville, the things he did in every Super Bowl. It's just crazy that we just let him go like that. I understand the money and things like that, but, you know, from one wide receiver to another wide receiver, we lose Malcolm Mitchell. Like, come on, bro. Like, I get he's hurt. It's probably bad. It's probably worse than I'm thinking it is. But why cut him, man? He has so much potential. And just looking at him, his rookie season, I mean, he just balled. Caught so many touchdowns. And Super Bowl 51, where you don't think a rookie can shine, he probably shined the brightest next to Tom Brady, of course. But this dude was catching everything when we needed it the most. So, I mean, just to let him go, I understand he's hurt, but I don't agree with that move at all. Now, this offseason, the Patriots have been a little more aggressive, adding Adrian Claiborne, adding Jeremy Hill, you know, obviously trading. They traded for a lot of players. I mean, you don't, like I said, you don't see the Patriots very active in the offseason and the free agency period. You know, trading for Danny Shelton, trading for Jason McCourty, trading for Trent Brown. All these players that, you know, they're like, oh, we need these positions, we're going to get them. We don't need to sign them. We'll just get them for what their contracts are and things like that. You know, I mean, I think the things that caught my eye was them trading for some of the players they traded for, like Danny Shelton and Jason McCourty and Trent Brown. You know, obviously they lose those positions, you know, DT, cornerback, tackle, and they get them right away just by trades. And that's really, I like that. You know, one thing I've always asked for the Patriots to do is just be a little more aggressive in the offseason. Which when they signed Stephon Gilmore, last year it was crazy to me. I didn't think that was going to happen, but it did. But I like it. You know, you got to be aggressive with the, you know, the window isn't going to be open forever when it comes to them making the Super Bowl and the AFC Championship almost every year. Or they make the window for them making the AFC Championship every year and the Super Bowl almost every year, it's going to close soon. And to be that aggressive and get the positions they think they need, I like it. And then drafting a Sony Michel, drafting an Isaiah Wynn, getting the future pieces ready, I love it, bro. It's, you know, this team is going to be, I don't think they're going to lose a step mid-season for them. The end of the season, the beginning, they'll probably be about as bad as they were defensively in the beginning of last season. It's just going to take some time to gel. But, I mean, just looking at their schedule, I can give you 4 losses for sure. And you never know what can happen, you know, health, injuries and things like that. But they're obviously going to lose. Not obviously, but my prediction, they're going to lose to the Jags, the Chiefs, the Dolphins, and the Packers. Just really good teams. The Chiefs have their number, obviously. The Packers have Rodgers, and the Jaguars are just they're monsters. They almost went to the Super Bowl last year. Obviously, if it wasn't for Blake Bortles, I think they would have went to the Super Bowl, honestly. That's a really good team. They really showed me a lot last season. I'll talk about them later, but I think the Jags are going to get that win for sure in week 2. And like I said, it's going to be a 12-4 season. They're going to win the division. But, I mean, we'll see. We'll see what happens. Crazy things can happen. It's football. It's so unpredictable. And, you know, like, these are my predictions. This is not to say that all this is going to come true. This is what I think is going to happen in the AFC East. Man, I just really get frustrated talking about the Patriots, bro. It's just, I love them, but I hate some of the shit they do. And Yeah, man. Like I said, I think they're gonna be a better team defensively, pass rush wise. Secondary, it's questionable, but pass rush, I think they're gonna be really good. All that depth they have. So yeah, I mean, these are my AFC East predictions. I hope y'all guys enjoyed. More of these coming soon. But with that being said, thank you guys for watching much. I appreciate it. We're almost to 100 subscribers. You know, let your mamas know. Mamas. Aunts, uncles, cousins, all that. Let everybody know. Subscribe down below, please. I appreciate it. Thank you guys for watching. God bless. Peace out.
Everything is on point. Crabs are looking Gucci. Sharp is all I want until it suits me. Everything is on point.